start of week 3 of meal plan. My own little challenge that I've made for myself. 21 days is what we're trying to do. Though truthfully, I want to keep doing it. I'm hoping this will keep me going every Sunday, because technically this would be the last week of my challenge, but I'm determined to keep doing it. So I have it all ready for this week. So tonight we are having sweet and sour meatballs with rice. Tomorrow, Monday, is ham roast. Tuesday, for Taco Tuesday, we're going to switch it up a bit. Instead of just tacos, we're going to do taco soup. Sorry, my camera looked crooked there. Yeah, we're going to do taco soup. It's one of my favorites, and it gives us something for lunch most of the week, too. So, yeah, I love taco soup. We're actually going to do pizza Wednesday night. We didn't have any this past week, and I thought, let's break it up and have it on Wednesday so we can work off most of it by the weekend. So pizza, so I have to remember to make my dough Tuesday morning so it can ferment in the fridge for 24 hours. Thursday, David asked for breakfast for supper, and we're going to use leftover ham from Monday to go with that. Friday, Grace is getting her braces finally, top and bottom all at once, and I know her mouth is probably going to be a bit sore. So we're going to do a homemade mac and cheese for Friday, kind of a little comfort food and something that's soft for her to eat. Saturday, we're going to do fish. And I had a lovely subscriber say, was curious why people, she watches a lot of Homestead channels, and a lot of people don't talk about fish or seafood as healthy alternatives for meals. And you're right, seafood is insanely healthy. I know for us personally, we don't like seafood. I wish we did. Oh my gosh, I wish we did, because it would give us so many more options. There's one exception. We like haddock. We do. Like, my husband likes haddock. I like haddock. Grace likes haddock. That's about the, and yes, I'm from Maine, and my husband is from down East Canada, New Brunswick, and we don't eat a lot of seafood. I wish I did. I really do. We've tried different things. I would like to try lobster again. I have not tried it since I was a child, because I think I might like that, but I'm going to be honest, it's quite expensive, and if we don't like it, it's a lot of money down the drain. I guess the chickens would get it. Boy, that's an expensive treat for the chickens. So that's why personally we don't have a lot of seafood on our meal plans, because we don't like it. And I wish we did, because I know how good it is for you. And it would give us a lot more options when it came to mealtime. But we're not fans. So that's why you don't see a lot of seafood on my channel. Aside from the haddock this week, you will see that. Oh, we actually had haddock the first week meal planning. Yes, we did. So we're due for it again. We usually have it every other week. So yeah, so that is the meal plan for this week. That is hopefully the plan. I already have the ham roast in the refrigerator. I took it out yesterday to start thawing out. I should take out some chicken too for the taco soup. Because actually it's chicken tortilla soup that we're gonna have. Chicken taco, whatever. It's similar, so it's a soup that has seasonings in it that you usually have with tacos. I don't really have to take out anything else. So we are going to get started on the meatballs. Okay, so in this, sorry about that. So in this glass dish, I have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 meatballs. These are meatballs I made a couple months ago. I did a big, I guess I do freezer meals. I shouldn't say I do freezer meals. I do freezer ingredients. Like, I do one thing. Like, these are the meatballs. Anyway, I made up a big batch. This is the last of them. Really simple. It's ground beef. I can't remember these. I think these are half ground beef, half pork, ground pork, 50-50. Some oregano, some garlic, some dehydrated onion, salt, basil, oregano. Did I say oregano already? I think that's everything. I don't measure anything because I made them so much. So to taste, and yeah, and then I just flash freezed them on a cookie sheet in the freezer on parchment. And once they were frozen, I threw them all in a Ziploc bag. So you absolutely can use pre-made meatballs that you get from the grocery stores too. So that's no problem. So we're just going to get these cooked because these are raw. 375 degree oven, probably 20 minutes. I'll flip them over and cook them for another 20, and then we'll get started on the sweet and sour sauce. Okay, I think I gave you the wrong directions on what I'm doing with the meatballs. There's a lot going on here today, and I got something on me. So they cook for 20 minutes, and then I got the sauce going here, the sweet and sour sauce. I drained off as much of the fat as I could from the meatballs. And here is the recipe for the sweet and sour sauce. And this is a new recipe. I haven't tried it before, so this will be our first time tonight. A cup of packed brown sugar, 1.5 cups of water, a 1/4 cup of distilled white vinegar, 3 tablespoons of flour or cornstarch. I used flour because it was right there. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce and a 1/4 cup of ketchup. I'm a little bit nervous about the ketchup and stuff, but we're gonna see what it tastes like here. So you're just gonna cook it until it thickens, pour it over the meatballs, and then cook them for another 10 minutes. And once they go in the oven, I will heat up the rice, and we'll serve it up and eat it. Alexa, set timer for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. So we're all plated up. It's not the prettiest looking. I was just telling David, I remember my old recipe that I used had pineapple in it. So I'm hoping we're gonna like that because we really like the pineapple. So we were gonna have salad tonight too, but honestly, we're just not hungry enough. That's what we're finding a lot of the last few days. It's not taking as much to make us full, which is a good thing. So, all right, I'm gonna try this and see what we think. Okay, it is boiling hot, so. It's really hot. There we go. That's actually pretty good. I think I would add pineapple to it. Started week 3, off to a good start. See you tomorrow. Monday of week 3, and the meal plan has changed just a tiny bit. Tonight we were going to have that ham roast steak, and it is in the oven. I can show you. It is in there. But my stomach's a little off today, and I don't know, the thought of eating ham just didn't appeal to me. And I do need that ham for, I think it's Thursday, we're going to do like omelets or something with ham. So we decided to clean out the refrigerator because our leftovers are getting built up quite a bit. So this is what we're having tonight. This is my plate. So I did make some mashed potatoes. We haven't had any in forever. And yes, they're pink because those were my pink potatoes that I grew. Some carrots. These were left over from what wouldn't fit into a full jar for canning this weekend. I'm going to have some of the steak from the steak stir fry the other night. David is having the meatballs, the leftover steak, and some potatoes and carrots. So that is what's for supper tonight. Tuesday of meal planning for 21 days in a row. Would be day, I have to do some math. Day 17. And I'm starting early this morning because I want this to cook all day. So today is taco soup or chicken tortilla soup. I'm using taco seasoning, so I'm calling it taco soup, so it's chicken taco soup. This is one of my favorites. I make this a lot once the weather starts getting cooler, and it's getting cooler. So I'm looking forward to this. So we're gonna have soup and salad tonight. So I'll show you how to make it. It's super easy, and you can do this in an Instapot if you don't wanna cook this all day. I have the time, and I might as well cook it all day. So let's go. So this morning, I just put in the oven 2 chicken breasts. They've been sitting for a while, so I'll wait for them for a minute. So, homegrown chicken broth. I have 2 liters, or 2 quarts. Depending on where you're from. I'm trying to find my can opener I use to get my lids off. That's not the one, but I'll use it. All right. So I'm going to use 2 of those today. One can. This is 14 ounces. Black beans. You can use a bigger can. You can use a smaller can. If I can get it out. This is no salt added to these black beans. Stir. A pint of my own canned corn. And I'm using 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes. Again, this is all to your taste. If you don't like tomatoes, you don't even have to put tomatoes in. My husband's not a huge fan of tomatoes, but he'll eat them when I put them in soups and stews. So I try and use them that way as often as I can. And I dump it, juices and all. It just adds flavor. And then I use about, I'm going to say, a tablespoon of taco seasoning. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut up the chicken breast, add that to it, and let it cook on low all day. So it's 9 o'clock in the morning here. This will go to like 5 o'clock tonight. So I have to go make the pizza dough for tomorrow night because I want to let it ferment. So I'm going to get that done today. So we'll see you back here when it's supper time. It is supper time. There is our soup all ladled up. Smells amazing. David has a Caesar salad tonight. Here's mine. And I have, of course, my favorite Caesar avocado salad. And it is a cold, miserable, rainy day outside. So this is going to hit the spot tonight. See you tomorrow. Halfway through, trying to do 21 days in a row. Halfway through the week 3 of doing 21 days in a row of meal planning. And today, it's not Friday, but we are having pizza tonight. So I made this yesterday because I've mentioned before we started fermenting our dough for pizza now. And I have to tell you, I cannot tell you what a difference it has made in eating pizza. You don't feel as full, you don't feel as bloated after eating it. It truly is like amazing. And it makes a really nice dough. So I made this yesterday and I let it ferment for over 24 hours because I didn't take it out of the refrigerator until lunchtime to let it warm up because it does roll better when it's warm. So I'm just trying to get it roughly into the size I need. I have a tendency to make them too big and then they don't fit in my pan. What I really need to do is get a cast iron pizza pan. It's on the wish list. All right. I am going to go take out the hot pan over there in the oven. Okay, so I got some oil in my cast iron pan here. I guess I could have made it a little bigger, but actually we're pretty good. So the oven's been on 500 degrees. This has been sitting in there for a good 20 minutes. It is very, very hot. And this one is going to be just plain Jane cheese for Grace. But over here, see if you can see that, I cooked up a bunch of bell peppers. This is more than we need for the pizza tonight, but I need peppers for tomorrow night for our omelets we're going to have. So I might as well cook them all now and save me a little bit of time tomorrow. And just getting a little bit. Gracie made the sauce for me. Cheese. So this will go in, this one will go in for about 12 minutes. Pretty much was our sweet spot for this one. The other one we cook a little longer because it's going to have more toppings. We're usually around 15 for the other one. I'm just going to give her a little more cheese. Okay, first pizza's out, and we're getting the second one done. This one's a little bit more fancy. Or at least not as plain. I shouldn't say fancy. To remind myself, do not touch the handle, Lynn. A little too much sauce. There we go. Okay, actually what I usually do is this. So that reminds me. All right, so we need some cheese. Some honey garlic sausage that I cooked up and I freeze it in portions for a pizza. So I have, and then I'm just gonna grab a few of these peppers. And there is our pizza for pizza night, not Friday, on a Wednesday. What better way to celebrate halfway through the week than with pizza? See you tomorrow, folks, for Thursday. That's kind of what this is turning into. It kind of started out with about healthy eating, but I realized what it really is we eat healthy-ish. I'm going to say we try to do the 90-10. We're good 90% of the time and have fun 10% of the time. It's turning into what I realize is I just need to meal prep. If we meal prep, we eat better. So tonight is frittata-ish for supper. So in here, I have 8 of my beautiful homegrown eggs, and I'm going to whisk them up. And I don't have heavy cream, and I don't have whole milk. I have 2% milk, so that's what we're adding tonight. So I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of milk to that. I have my oven heated to 400 degrees, and I have my dish in there already. And the kitchen is chaotic, and it's going to stay chaotic and a mess till we get this renovation done. So you are going to see a chaotic, unorganized, messy kitchen for the next few videos. It's a long weekend here for us, for David, so we are hoping to finish the shiplap for sure, and maybe even get, dare I say, maybe even 1 shelf done, so we can start getting stuff off the ground and up on the shelves. So okay, so I've whisked that up. And so what I'm adding to this tonight, and you can add anything. That's the beauty about frittatas. If you like broccoli, add broccoli. If you like feta cheese, add feta cheese. Basically anything you like, you can add to this. So, and yeah, I am also water bath canning 8 jars of apple butter I made. So tonight we are adding some baked ham and some leftover bell peppers, and I have a little bit of cheddar cheese and a little bit of mozzarella cheese left from this week, so they're both going in. This hot pan out of the oven, add a little bit of oil, and start cooking the eggs a little bit. I did another video about a frittata during Pantry Challenge back in January. What I'm going to do is spray a little bit of oil in here, and very little because I think this is almost empty. Okay. And the first thing I'm going to add is the ham. And my bell peppers. The egg mixture. So I'm not adding salt now. The ham is salty, and we can add salt afterwards. It'll be fine, there's not enough. I don't want to make it too salty. Okay, so the eggs obviously start cooking a little bit, which is what you want. And then I'm going to add my cheeses. And this is going to go in roughly for anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. I'll be checking on it. Some people don't mind, I know people are very particular about how they like their eggs cooked, and they should be. I don't like mine even remotely looking like they're not cooked. Like, no. So I will probably cook these for 10 to 12 minutes, and David doesn't either. Like, I don't like the scrambled eggs you see that are really wet. I don't like them overcooked, but I don't like that. The proper way to make scrambled eggs that I've seen is not the way I'm going to eat scrambled eggs. Just not me. Okay. So there's our cheeses. And back into the oven. So if you can see, what you want is you want to see that the eggs cooking a little bit around the edges. That's perfect. Into the oven this goes. Okay. You'll see it back here in a few minutes. So we're just going to let it sit for a few minutes, then slice it up and plate it up. So there we go. Ham, pepper, cheese frittata for supper tonight. And obviously we have a lot left, but it actually, I think it tastes better a day or two later. So that will be this weekend's breakfasts or lunch or both or whatever. We will eat it up. So there we go. Day 19's in the books. Well, day 20, and as you can see from what I just showed you, we are having mac and cheese tonight. I just put it on broil for a couple minutes. We like the top to be a little brown. Grace got her braces today, so I wanted something that she could eat that was soft and kind of a little bit of a celebration. Mac and cheese is one of Gracie's favorites. She picked it every year for her birthday, I think 8 years in a row. So that's what we're having tonight. I can't believe we only have one day left, and I've done it. I meal planned for 21 days. So I'm pretty excited, and I've already thought of some things for next week. I won't film next week. I will do meals of the week again, but it won't be for a little bit. But I am going to continue to try and do meal planning every week going forward. I've pulled out my cookbooks, and I'm gonna try a few new recipes. Those I will be filming. And we'll try those together. So yeah, day 20. I can't believe I made it. One more day. Smile, Grace. 6 years late, too late, or 6 years later than we had hoped to, but it's better late than never. Oh, how good does that look? I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes, and then we'll dish it up. Oh, yeah, there you go. Don't like a lot of it. There we go. Day 20 is served up. 21. Day 21 tomorrow. Meal planning for 21 days straight, and today is day 21. I am so proud of myself. I literally meal planned every single day for 21 days, and going forward, I'm going to keep doing it. That is a promise I'm making to myself. So, a couple of things I've learned from meal planning. You eat healthier anyway if you meal plan. You just do. At least I'm finding we are. So that's a plus. It's a lot less stressful if I know what I'm making every day ahead of time. It's a little bit of stress making the menu plan. I'm not going to lie, because man, I just get so like overwhelmed trying to think of it. But once that's done, it is so much easier. I look every day, but the day before, to see if I have to take out anything, and it's so much easier. We're actually using up stuff in our storage that we need to, because I am meal planning, and it's fun to walk around and shop in your, in quotation marks, your own house to make your meals. So those are just a few of the things I've learned this week, or this three weeks of meal planning every single day for 21 days. So I'm going to do my best to keep going forward. Our Thanksgiving is next weekend, so I'm going to have a lot of turkey I'm going to need to meal plan for. So tonight, speaking of meal plan, tonight is haddock, one of our favorites here. And I just bake it, and you've seen me make it before. I just bake it in the oven. Sometimes I add a little bit of lemon to mine if I have any. I don't have any lemon tonight, so we're just gonna do it naked. Maybe a little bit of salt. But because what we're having as a side dish, I'm also gonna have a salad, my favorite, my avocado Caesar. But we're gonna have a little bit of a treat tonight. We did a Costco shop today, and we picked up one of our favorites. Scallop potatoes. Love scallop potatoes. And these are so much better than the boxed ones in taste and in nutrition. This is made with real potatoes. They're not dehydrated. Real butter, real cheese. Is there cheese on these? Yes. Real cheese, milk. The ingredient list is not very long. And quite frankly, I've never been successful at making my own scallop potatoes. Just going to say, and this is a great shortcut, and sometimes a girl needs a shortcut. So this is what we're having as a treat with our fish tonight, along with salad. So this takes a little bit long. It takes a lot longer than the fish. So I'm going to get this started, and I let it sit while the fish bakes. So 350-degree oven. I'm going to pop that baby in there for about 20 minutes. And I forgot to take the fish out before we left for Costco today. So right now it is in the sink in some cool water. Just melting a little bit so I can get some of the moisture out. So that will be it for tonight. I'll see you back here when we dish it all up. Here we are, all plated up. So this one is mine here with the salad. Grace is having 2 little pieces of fish and an applesauce because her mouth is still hurting her from her braces. And here's David's. No vegetable except for the potatoes, but that's okay. And that ends 21 days in a row of meal planning. Thank you all for coming along with me, and thank you all for your comments and your encouragement. It means a lot to me, and I will continue to keep doing this. As a matter of fact, tomorrow is Sunday, so I will start meal planning for next week. Until then, folks, take care, God bless, and we'll see you all soon.